We have a nice fun game in store here. We're gonna play one of my friends. Let's see if it works out. I'm gonna go into my chat to make sure we can do it. Alright. Let's see. Oh, standard. How should I play him? Standard? 10 minutes? I feel like we should make it not rated. Alright. Here we go. Let's see if he accepts. I think he's online. Let's send him the Alright. Let's see if he accepts. Alright, he's here. He's 900. The pressure's on here. The pressure is on. We'll see how much he watches me play. We'll wish him good luck. I'm gonna come out with the hit him like I'm playing someone at my level. And we'll see how people of a lower level react to, you know, I don't think I have any advantage, to be honest, at the beginning or the end. It's more, I just think through things, I think, a little bit better. So he plays the traditional Caro, so the goal here is push this pawn, and I'm expecting this knight to come out here. But I know that Noah's been watching, he's been watching me play, so he probably knows my tactics. So he blocks, which unpins that guy. That is, I believe, the right move. So I do like to stabilize this, but we can first bring this knight out here. If this knight moves, obviously the bishop's under attack. But I like the tension right now. We'll see. A lot of times it's hard for beginners to understand, like, pawn captures in the middle. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I've played some of my friends before, and they're good. I mean, the game's very competitive as long as they don't make like a big blunder, which I'd say like 33% of the time they'll make a bad blunder, and then the game will go pretty quickly. But we could be in store for a long one here. Alright, so far I like what he's done. He's got 2 pieces developed. I think he's afraid of me taking that. I'm actually not. I don't really want to take this. So I'm not opposed with that move. I'm just going to fortify my middle here. I don't know if he's watching. He could stream snipe my thoughts, but I kind of want him to take me here. It'll help me develop my bishop. That's like really the goal here. And I think he's going to start to realize, like, where does this go? This knight's kind of trapped now. So if I'm him, and I know he's going to watch this later, you probably want to get this bishop out before you move this knight here, because it'll get blocked in back here with that knight there. Castling also very fair. So he does bring the bishop out, so I like that. So I have a predicament. Obviously my queen's under attack. I can block with the bishop or block with the knight. Part of me wants to bring the knight out first. So if I bring the knight here, I'm gonna chase this bishop back. And then I could even get more aggressive, bring it all the way back. I don't know if I want to do that or just offer the trade. I think I just want to offer the trade, because then when he takes, I'm just going to take with the knight, and then the knight can come actually up here. But he doesn't have to accept the trade, so very interesting game so far. Okay, so I think we have our first blunder. Okay, let's think this through. So I think this is a good teaching point for Noah. So his thought here is he can take this now because I can't capture because it's pinned. But first of all, I can just this bishop is being protected by this knight. So if I remove the knight and he takes back this way, I'm up a bishop. I get this and this, he gets this. So if I take, the only response is to take here. So we each have a bishop and knight, but then I can take another bishop. He'll take my queen, and then I'll take his queen. And now you can see that I'll have these three pieces, and he'll only have these two, and it'll be his move. So he can take my bishop, but then I can just take his. So I think this is a blunder, and I think I just take here. And I think this piece is now hanging. And I think that's like very educational of like, because this bishop was only being protected by this knight, you just need to consider that. So right now we're tied. So again, this is exactly what we calculated. So he can take my queen on the next turn, but if I take here, I can take his queen, and then I think I just come out this exchange up a piece. I think that was just a quick calculation where he made this move, I think, in like 5 seconds, I want to say. And I think he was right. Like, the thought process here is right, is move the bishop here with the intentions of taking. If that's what he was thinking, I love the thought process, but he just wasn't thinking about the attack on the bishop when I blocked here. And so he does just like, he doesn't want to get into the madness. So here, I mean, I think I want to take with the knight because it just develops my knight. Like, taking with the queen would have threatened the pawn, but I don't think he could have protected it. I just don't think it would have been great. So you can see I'm up a piece now. So very quickly, he's gotten behind. I hope this is working. We'll see. We will see. So I think he's coming to the realization that he's down a piece. So I think here the move is to just kind of bite your losses and castle. I don't really know what else you can do. This pawn is going to go down. I'm going to bring my knight here and then here, and it's going to protect. And once I have the center up a piece, I'm in a pretty good spot. This queen can lurk maybe even out here. I don't know. Okay, so he just wants to attack right away. I mean, should we give him this pawn? So my initial thought is no. Well, I can't trap his queen. I don't really want to move this. Oh man, that's such an ugly defensive move. I think I come here. I think that's best. Because this will threaten here with check. And this knight is so well protected. So this rook, the reason I don't like this rook move, like, I don't know. I want to get this rook here or here, not playing defense. This pawn, honestly, like, I'm castling this way, so like when he actually takes this, that was a good move, Noah. That's a great move. It kind of sort of fortifies your center. I do like that move. I think I'm just gonna kick your queen out. I like this move. My thought is here to attack that, but then you can just simply do that. You're pretty open, but I mean you're down a piece, so that's kind of the game you're playing. The question is, where does your queen go? I'd really like to move this knight. Alright, let's just continue. Nothing crazy. We're just going to slowly creep in. So this move doesn't threaten anything. This is protected. So I'm completely okay. And now I think I just want to shift focus a little bit. So we'll come here, and that just, all that does is threaten this pawn. We're just going to open this game up. His king is going to be on this diagonal. Yeah, I mean, that was the right play. He's just a little, I just want to deflect. Like, if you take, great. You shouldn't take here. Like, you want me to take to fix your pawn structure. I think that's like a big, like, just leave this tension here. If you take, you're doing me a solid. So I think, good, that was great. Very well done. And so now, I'm still kind of unsure what I want to do. Oh, okay. So I could come here, which will fork these in here and here. He can come take down here, which I don't love. So because of that, I think I want to come here. So this blocks this, and now this knight will create a fork if he doesn't address that. Let's see if he sees it. So he's got to move this or this to protect this fork right here. And he might. He's playing well. This tension is still here. I love that. And he should leave it there. Again, if he takes, that's check now, hitting the king. And then I can even clean up any of these pawns. So I think I'd be curious to know what he's thinking right now. Like, I think as a beginner, not that he's a beginner, but this knight hasn't moved. Like, that's a problem. You want to get the knight. You can't do it here because this fork, but yeah, I mean, this move should have happened a while ago. See, so now I can come and fork. So I don't think he can respond. So it hits either of these. I don't think he can do anything about it. He's got to move the queen, obviously. And then I'm just going to snag that. And then this pawn will become weak. Unless he takes, I mean, he should take with the rook. But see, when he takes with the rook, now I take, and then that pawn's hanging. The position's just gonna, just one error like that can really, and I think it's tricky. If you actually go back a couple moves, it's really hard to see that this is gonna be a fork before you castle. Like, you need to envision your rook here, your queen here, and then a knight fork like that is already kind of tough to see. So maybe a tip there is just to, when you castle, make sure that you know where the rook's going to be. So, interesting. He wants to, I think, this move to me yells that I cheated. This move here makes me feel like he wants to recapture with the queen. So, I mean, this is the only move. He's claiming, I don't know if you guys can see the chat, but he's saying that I cheated. Yeah, I mean, you want to put me in check? I don't know what that really does. I think I just block. I think you have to take with the queen now. Alright, we're playing queenless chess. So remember, this was my intention. I had saw that through. Last thing we really want to do probably is just castle. He does have a 2-on-1, so he'll have pawn against my 1 pawn. So he should try to somehow muster up a way to cause problems there. I don't know though. The problem is when this rook moves. So I don't know where that knight's going. I think I just do this. I mean, where is this knight going? Here. Alright, so I can do something interesting here. He's probably not. He's also got a minute on the clock. I should have made it a longer game. So he can. This is something that I can take this pawn because he'll take, but then I take the knight. So it's almost like a deflected capture. Let's see if he takes it. So he's willing to accept the trade. So I came up a pawn there. And I think now I just castle and then suffocate him with my 2 rooks. I kind of... I was going to say I wanted to use my rook to not let the king escape, but I think this is just like a natural move and just go win this pawn, and he's got 30 seconds left. He doesn't like my knights. Knights, I think knights are the hard. Knights give me the toughest problem. Alright, so we're just gonna go and clean this guy up a little. I kind of want to checkmate him. I don't want to win on time. We'll see if I can pull it off. Don't want to draw here. He actually asked me a question about how to not get a draw. He said all too often he was getting draws, so I'm going to do him a solid and think it through. So if I move here, it'll set up a ladder mate, and this is check. So you know you can do that no matter what, you know? So check. And then he's going to come here or here. And as there's only 2, oh, he could come here, I guess, too. And we're just gonna slowly think it through. He's gonna let me win on time. That was a good game. Good game. He miscalculated. I'm telling him he miscalculated on the bishop early. Do you want to play again? See if he wants to play again. Also, I don't know if anyone's been rigged. I thought you... I did want to turn into a non-castling player. I requested a rematch. Yeah, I did, but in that I don't know. We'll see what happens. These are unrated games, by the way, so it's not helping my rating. I probably should have made them rated. So I'm just gonna play the. I'm not going easy on him. That's for sure. We'll see if he's familiar with this with this opening. So the purpose of this opening and why I kind of have liked it is like it's so unnatural. I think this was like a good move. I think I'm just supposed to take it and develop my knight. I think that's the whole plan here. Bishop coming, fortify the middle. I like doing the no castling with black. With white, I like to castle. Interesting way to defend this pawn. I would say knights before bishops, Noah, when you watch this in the future. But certainly not a problem. So I'm just gonna be very fundamental here. He's not doing anything crazy. I'll probably want to put this bishop here to pin this. I don't know though. I think this is a very natural move. I think a lot of times when you're more on the beginner side, you don't think about what I'm trying to do in this case. Like, you're only thinking about yourself. So, like, this is I don't really want to give up that, but, so yeah, just create that pin. That's going to be super annoying for him to deal with. I can castle this way, which will open my rook. I don't know. So, almost in response, I want to play h3 to kick out his bishop. I think if I were him, I would do the exact same thing. It'll be annoying. And I think the difference is I'm not castled yet, and I can actually bring my pawn storm up. So, I don't know. Welcome DVA. Got tons of viewers, guys. Welcoming all challenges right now. So I'm playing a guy I know. 900. I don't know if he's 900 exactly. He must be, I guess, because I think my rating's 1772 exactly. So it's interesting that he's using so much of his time right now on this move. Like, I'd be curious to be playing him in person right now, just to be talking it through with him. Like, to me, there's like this move. You could try to kick my bishop out. You could maybe move your rook over, or you could land your knight in here. You want to play me next, Riggs? So he does bring his knight in, which is interesting to me. So let's just do a calculation. So takes, knight here, threatening this. I think that's a win, right? If I take and he takes and I come here and he brings his bishop here, I think again it's the same takes. So yeah, I think it's good. I'll be interesting to see what happens if he had a plan here. So bishop here, I also have this nasty check. Oh, I guess he would just take it. Bishop here is, I think, what he is what he wants to do. All right, Riggs. I don't know. I'll challenge you after this. So this is a problem for him. I'm going to damage his structure on the king side because he could go bishop back, to fortify this, but I mean, I think then I just bring like my queen into the party, and maybe I castle. That's what I would do. I would castle so the rook's in the party. His structure is gonna get damaged. I don't see how he can get out of it. I would really like. So this is the advantage of moving the f pawn early. Is like once I castle here, my rook is immediately an attacking piece, and I think that is like a really big difference. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time to move so that he has more time. I'm telling you. I'm telling him that I'm going to move a bit slower because I feel bad. He's being extra careful. I think this was the right move. I didn't analyze the first a game. I probably should have done that for him so that he could see. Shoot, I didn't even think about that. Okay, back to this game. So now his knight is free to move. I don't love that. So my thought was to castle, right? Castle. If his knight takes, it's dangerous because this is hanging now, and if I take, he can take back with the knight. So I think I have to take because of that, because if he takes and then I take, he gets this bishop. So that was a good move by Noah. It thwarted what I wanted to do. The annoying thing is he's in the same spot now once I bring the rook. So now, same idea, but now we're going to bring the rook. And so, takes, he's got to take with the pawn. Like I said, like when we were back all the way in this position, and I said, he's got right here, he's got to think about what I want to do. He brought knight c6, wasn't necessary. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what this does, so like thinking out loud here, he knows I can just take this. I just think it's kind of a waste of a move. I think he honestly should have just like brought a piece out, just gotten more involved. Like I guess e5 is actually scary. Maybe that was, so if I go back, he's still pinned and then e5's coming. Oh no, he could just take it with the queen. What am I saying? So I do think this is just where I cash in. He's just got to damage his structure, and he does not want to do that. So I'd love to put my queen here, but unfortunately this bishop's here. So I want to play aggressive here. His queen's kind of shut out. So this move just feels very natural. We've got some pressure here. It's definitely defended right now with his 3 pieces. But this pawn's hanging. This rook's coming. This rook's in behind. Okay. So for anyone out there, this is a should I trade here? He wants to trade, right? So a lot of people just want to trade because it's like they get stressed out by queens, they're too powerful. If I trade here, he's got structure built in the middle, and I don't think I'm winning anymore, really. I mean, maybe ever so slightly, but I can take here. This rook, oh, I mean, I'm so close to doing this, but I think just this is pretty brutal, this plan. So I think we just take here, and then we just go checkmate. I don't know how he stops that, to be honest. I think he has to maybe offer another queen trade, in which case maybe I mean, I don't even want to do that queen trade. I think he could force it. He could force it. Queen here, I can't get out of it. So he does force a queen trade. I kind of hate that. Okay, so something I didn't see, I can actually bring my rook in here. And then I'm just keeping my pressure up, and I get an extra pawn. So the question is, do I use my queen to take there, or do I use my rook? So assuming he'll trade, the question is, do I want my rook here, or do I want my rook here? And I think I want my rook here, because this rook is going to come in. So we're going to do this. So again, I was just deciding which way did I want to trade. And the reason I wanted my rook here instead of here is that when this rook comes here, I think that this pawn is gonna fall. He's got to bring his bishop. Can I get, so if I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I take. Alright, let's win an endgame. So takes. So I can get another pawn, but I think I just want to simplify. And I think now we just take the center. And I think I'm just going to ride these two pawns all the way. So notice that he should move his king here. Well, I guess he's stuck. My king's going to come in. He can't go here, here, here. Once this check comes with my king here, he can't go here, here. He'll have to retreat, at which point my king will infiltrate. And I'm pretty sure this is just a losing endgame. I mean, I'm up 2 pawns, so... oh wow, I didn't consider that. That was a good move. Okay, he backed me off. So I think I just go check, and then I bring my king this way. So if I go here now, I think I get stuck, because his king can come in here. If I come check, I think I just want to, I want to put him in a thing called Zuzong. I think that's what it's called. And that means he just can't move. And I think it starts with pushing this. Okay, see, I think he moved too fast there. I think you need to move slower in this endgame. I'm not, like, he's definitely losing, but that came with no thought, because now I can go check, and he can't come here, so he has to come back, and my king now can get forward. And I think that's the difference. Whereas before his king was here, and it could slide here, and I think now this pawn's pushing, and now we're rolling. Now I'm out of his way, and he's just actually letting me come forward. And see how he just, that king f6 move was probably a blunder, and I don't know if he can stop it now. So again, you got to be careful here. So check, he comes here. I mean, I think I'm just gonna, these two guys shielded off pretty easily. He's stuck, because I can come get all these, and these two guys are just here. Is he gonna resign? So I think at this point he's stuck there. That's hilarious. He can't take this because I'll go to get a queen. That move is so sad. I guess I'll just put him out of his misery and just go down this way. Alright, something's becoming a queen on the next move. Oh, the brutal triple queen checkmate. Oh, that's great. That's precious. Alright. Alright, going to analyze. I'm gonna analyze this one for the stream. Thanks for playing. Those were good games. Okay, so let's look at this one. Let's see where it went wrong for him. Okay, so e4, e5, and I knew that d5 was the best move, but d6 was pretty strong. And so right away the computer likes black better. Yeah, again, I kind of said, why are you defending the pawn with the bishop? I actually like the knight move, but again, nothing major. And it did like that knight move, but I just knew that this bishop move was going to piss him off. Yeah, so it immediately wants him to kick this out, and this was a mistake. So I had calculated, right, this is almost a two-pawn blunder, so you're allowing me to capture and then hop in to add pressure. So I take, and I make the nice move. So just like when you're thinking back on your game, Noah, or anyone who plays, it's like, what does this knight jumping in do for you? Like, what is he threatening? He could take here, but that's just going to activate my queen. And you can't do anything else, and you're allowing me the opposite. Like, I'm not just going to let your knight be here. So it's like, how do I respond to this? Like, can I take it? Yes. And how do you only have one option to take back, so pretty easy to calculate. And then my knight's under attack. So like, don't stop your calculation there. Obviously, I'm going to move my knight. And if you think about that, where's the logical place for my knight to go? Right in the middle of the board, which adds pressure to this pin and is protected by the pawn. And I think that's a small instance where that exact scenario happens, and now I'm just winning. I'm in a winning position. Wow. It wants him to take... Can that be right? It wants him to sack his queen. That's how brutal it thinks his position is? There's no way. And then what? And then where do you go here? Knight e3? Is my queen trapped? Oh man, I mean, no shot. That's BS. I disagree with that. That's computer being crazy. So he goes back, I play the right move here, and then I castle. And so here I'm up 2.5. Again, yeah, remember I said, what does this really do? It doesn't do anything, I just take it. And you just gave me a turn here, right? Give me a turn, take, queen here. Immediately put you under threat. This didn't do anything. You had to realize that I wasn't going to make that trade, and you're just giving me that pawn. Now, if you came king forward, like, I was going to use this rook, but at least then you have some defense. So I take. You force the queen trade. Wow, okay. It's saying I took correctly. Yeah, this didn't do anything because, like here, this is one move thought. I'm gonna attack his rook. Be like, okay, I come here, you're gonna attack my rook, but I'm not just gonna let you. I'm not gonna go like here. So what am I gonna do to protect the rook? Am I gonna move it, or am I gonna get another piece into the game while you don't develop? And that's exactly what I do. And now you play realistically. Like, I thought this was a fine move, but at this point, like, especially at lower levels, it's like if you are up 2 pawns, 2 uncontested pawns that are gonna roll down the board, just trade all the pieces off. I'm winning. So we trade all of them off, and that's exactly what I do. Just start marching the pawns down the board. And let's see. So it doesn't like that move. And right here, I was like, good move. And now he's stuck here. This is where I said I want to put him in Zuzong. So I played A4, which is the best move. G5 is an alternative. And here, I just didn't like. He's lost anyways. The computer's saying, but this was a blunder. He went from, and this is like, if I was only up like 1 pawn, or this is all the difference, because in doing that allows me to play G5 and allows me to play King G4, and I walked that through in the game. If you just play instead, what I think you should have done is play A6, which is the best move. Now all of a sudden, what do? Probably play B3, and you're kind of letting me make a mistake, because like instead of playing B3, what if I make a mistake and then you come in and now I'm just like kind of stuck, like, and now you play and you're kind of just like making progress without, like, you're lost here, don't get me wrong, but it delays it, and you just let me get in with my king, and now here anyone could win. Like, you can take, you can come here with your king, you can push, and at this point the game's lost. And if you ever get into 2 pawns and a king, missed win, that's ridiculous. He literally can't take that because I just go up, so I can just totally abandon it. I think he realized that, and eventually I just start pushing, and yeah, it's just game over. So, I mean, great games. Great games. Can I send a message to Riggs? Riggs, are you still here? I kind of like that I'm not playing at my level. Sometimes it gives me a headache, honestly, when I play like 5 games in a row. That's what it must be like to be like a professional streamer. Those guys are just better than everyone. Let's see. Should I just send a... I'm just gonna send him a game. We'll challenge him. We can do standard, not rated, 10 minutes. See if he accepts. So, I feel like Riggs and Noah should play. Be a very even game. Wow, you updated an image? Maybe I should update my image. That sounds like fun. Put in a cool image. This kid's probably working. Oh, he said he wanted to play. Alright. I sent a challenge. I think. Alright, he accepted. Alright, we're going. I think Riggs is definitely gonna screen take. We'll wish him good luck. Good luck, loser. Alright, we're gonna play the Caro-Kann. I should start playing E4, E5. Are you watching the stream? Okay. This pawn is hanging right now. I'm going to bring my bishop here, maybe. Pin. Alright, so he takes. So I could take with the queen, but then you get hit with a tempo development move. So this was the plan all along. Maybe he has ideas of bishop out check, but wasn't played. We'll pin his knight. Kind of, I think a real easy way at this level to piss people off is to pin knights with bishops. I think everyone hates it. I actually hate it at my level, so we do a better job of playing the don't let me get pinned moves. A nice way to get out of a pin too is do that, or develop the bishop and bring the knight to protect themselves. So this game's going very similar to how my game with Noah went. So let's put this pawn under a little pressure. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Alright, so I love that Noah did not move this knight for all of eternity until the end of the game. So that's a little different. This pawn is a little weak, so let's just do our developing move. This square now is open. That's the difference between the advanced Caro-Kann variation, where these e-pawns go all the way down instead of trading in the middle. Yeah, look, he doesn't want to get pinned. It's funny because I don't know if I was going to pin him because that pin won't last when you castle, but I like it. So part of me wants to limit you from doing this, but I think I'm fine with it. We'll just continue our development, maybe move the bishop on one of these squares. He can pin me here now. He chooses not to. That's cool. And we'll just I think we just bring the bishop central here. This just seems like a good place for it to be. This knight move is pretty typical, I think. I guess you want me to trade. I don't know. This game's this is very even. I love the opening. Great opening from Riggs. I have no advantage. I actually think white is probably better here. I can play a tricky move like queen here. I don't know if it's really scary though, because again, if I take that, he just moves his rook and can get it right back. So Riggs did leave the stream. I'm surprised. I feel like he should stay. Okay, so he does. It's interesting. He didn't want to come this way. So I have to deal with this bishop now. So I mean, part of me just thinks I should take it. I'm developed really well on light squared bishops. So I'm trying to think what I can do. So like, what do I do after I trade? His queen's here. Do I just like bring my rook in here? Do I kick his knight out? Like literally just go back to where you came from? What if I dropped back? Nah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, I don't know what. I do think I just do this, like go back to where you came from. But I also have this whenever I want it. So part of me, like he can now castle either way. Part of me wants to do this. I really don't know. Moving my queen here is interesting because this pawn's hanging, but I don't think it's that great. Alright, I think we just kick this knight out. I'm kind of struggling for a move. He's playing a great game. He's playing a terrific game. So I think this is his only move. Don't get fancy and like come to the sidelines. I think this is interesting, but I think the first thing is to just go rook c8. I'm playing Riggs.
Really?
Yeah.
Kick his ass. Kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
How many beers do you have?
Why, maybe one. Oh, Riggs is here. He's stream sniping.
Riggs, what the hell?
What should I do to win? He's playing much better than Noah did. Alright. I think we just, I mean, this just seems like a good move, you know? I can't really identify why, but the reason I like my rook here is like this: when this knight moves, it's gonna activate, and instead of being trapped here, like his queen could get a little spiffy, but then it kind of sets up my attack. Ah, very interesting. I do like this move. So you just like want to kind of grab my bishop. I think I have to take it. I think I'm just willing to do the trade. I think that's good for Riggs. So we can pre-move that if he takes. He's playing well. He's playing very well. I think. Quick. I told him I pre-moved it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the game's gonna go from here. I think the plan is to now castle and just kind of structurally beat him with my pawns. I think he should castle probably one way or the other. I think knight here just seems pretty good. Like, it seems like that's going to be a problem. But I'm not convinced. Let's put it that way. Knight here and then here. Let's just castle and see where this goes. I mean, castling's kind of dangerous. Like, all of his pieces are on this side. What do I do? Alright, let's get a little spiffy. So first we'll do that, and then maybe we come here and here. Or we come here and here. I think he should castle king's side. I mean, this just seems safe, yeah. That was a good move. Yeah, I'm really unsure what to do with this knight. Like, this knight can come here, but then what does it do? Like, what is this knight doing? Like, it needs help. Alright, let's get aggressive. So this knight can now come into one of those two squares. This square is nice because it hits here and here. I know the queen's protecting that, but I do like that. This structure, this pawn is weak. My a6 pawn is much stronger, and I think because of that he's created these soft spots in here, right? That's an interesting move. I could just come, nah. I I do like this move. How do I infiltrate? Like, I think I do just castle. I kind of hate it though. Wow, very aggressive. He was confident in that one. Okay, I have a decision. Here or here? If I go here and he takes, and then I take, it's going to be a 2-on-1, which is kind of scary. So I think because of that, I'm just going to go back. I think he's playing very... You're playing very well. I have no advantage right now. I need to get this knight back. I need to get this knight... So this knight is doing literally nothing. It has no threat of coming forward. So let's deal with it. Let's come here, threaten this bishop. We're just gonna kind of move around. Now this pawn is now under attack. So let's see if he picks up. You can see how, like, even though these structures look strong, the breaking point... Oh, what am I doing? The breaking point of my structure is here and here. And, like, obviously you can't touch this. It's really hard to get to this. His is here and this spot. It was here until he pushed 2. This spot, 1, 2, 3. Like, I can attack there, and I think that's the difference. I think if I was him, I would try to get control of this diagonal somehow. So he is giving me this, and I think I should take it. This rook can come and support it. And even this knight now can now infiltrate and support. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what this does. I think I literally just want to get rid of it. So, I'm not afraid of that knight. This knight provides great protection against this queen squares. I think I actually just, like, kind of want to go here. I don't know though. So if I come queen knight here and his queen comes here, I can just, I guess I can like block, but barely. Alright, I guess this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get that knight out of there. I think this was a bad move. I think if you ask me like what the best move is here, I shouldn't be afraid of this knight, and I should continue my attack with like either here or here. But I was hesitant to move this knight because this queen can come in to here or here, and in this way, I'm like totally fine. Like this queen still can't get in, and I feel like I've already broke through and I'm up a pawn. So I think that was more of a playing it safe kind of move. And so clock is becoming an issue here. He was messaging me on the side and saying he's getting worried because of time, and I get that. So knight here takes takes, check, and then this bishop's hanging. I think now's the time to move the knight in. See, because now he's down, he can come here, but he's down an attacker. And now the kings and pawns, like, he's down a knight, so it's less scary. And I think that's the difference of I feel good about this now. Now this rook is supported. Now I like my chances. So I actually think I can take this. I can take this, he takes, I take check. If he comes here, I just swipe this, I swipe this rook. And if he blocks, so if my queen comes in here, he saw it. Or he's stream sniping, one of the two. But impressive if he saw it. I don't really know what I want to do. I think maybe he was anticipating like this. Or maybe even going up 2. So I think now I just want to, let's just align, and now I can threaten the queen. He's gonna think much faster now. I mean, if he gets me into a bullet game, it could be better for him. Does that just lose material? No. The bishop comes back to save it. So takes, 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 and then maybe I just do a simple like queen over. Oh, he takes there first. Very interesting. Alright, I mean, let's just put this guy right back where he came from. Just with another reinforcement. So, a minute 10 on the clock versus a minute 23. Coming down to it. Oh. Okay. Check. This was protecting that. And then where does his king go? Is that just mate? We'll just play it. I think he's got to come back here. And I think now we just can kind of barrage him. So this protects this too, which is super nice. I don't even know what the best move is here. I think it's this. 40 seconds. I mean, I'm hitting these. I think he has to, like, I don't even know. I think he's stuck. Alright, 30 seconds. I'm gonna get him on time. Or, he said good game. He played really well. He said he couldn't move, it won't let him, but he was probably trying to come to one of these 2 squares and they were both blocked. Yeah, I mean, I think he was lost anyways. That was a good game. He made me think the whole time. Alright, let's analyze it. He's saying that he was trying to move to a legal square. I'm gonna analyze. I'm telling him I'm gonna analyze, and then I think I'm done. Can you guys play? I don't think that was embarrassing. He said he embarrassed himself. You guys can play. I don't know if you're both watching. I'm going to analyze this. Let's go back. I think I can watch your guys' games if you play live. Okay, so we played a classic opening here. And I said I thought he was better. I mean, he did all the right things. He brought out all of his pieces. Perfect. I mean, totally. Yeah, this move, it was like, I don't even know. Like, yeah, it doesn't like that. I just trade, and then I just kick out your knight. Just super tactical. This was a good move. It wants me to keep my bishop. I was okay with the trade. It just wants me to castle. I refuse to castle. And here, yeah, it thinks I'm better. So this was, in doing this right here, this 2-pawn push, it's not that this knight isn't causing you problems. Like, and I think that, I don't know if you're just trying to take space, but in doing this square became weaker, and my rook is already targeting it, and you have no defenders on it. And so I just move back, and I rotate the knight over, and again, I don't think you saw this in the game. Yeah, it's saying you need to defend that and activate your rook. It wants you to bring your rook over, probably join the party, and there's going to be some fun, and I just immediately punish you, and that mistake was 3 points, 3 pawns. So I take, you brought your knight in here, yeah. Remember I said, I was like, this isn't the best move, but like I just want it off the board. And then I did hop that in, and like that. And it just wants me to attack here, but instead I just like kind of got my rooks involved. It doesn't even want me to trade. Yeah, and then you were just going so fast here. This is, you're totally fine here with your king. And as soon as you come up, it's like, what changes? And you just missed that you had some pressure there. And we even had this rook here. Like, I was even considering before you did that, takes, and I was okay. And then I just got to clean up. You protect, I traded here, and I mean at this point, I think at this point when you're ever in a game, Riggs or anyone with a time crunch, like I have 36 seconds left, you have 44 seconds, like definitely don't trade. Like don't take the knight. Like get your bishop away, just like bring it here, or like attack me, is probably the best move to make. And just like create some chaos with like a bishop still on the board, make me play through it. Because at this point, like I had 34 seconds, I was 100% gonna checkmate you. Like you're coming back, I can just clean up and push. And if you came forward, I was taking this pawn. So I just think like in that scenario, like I think if someone asked you, they'd be like, yeah, trades when you're down material are bad, and you're volunteering a trade here. Even though you're capturing me, it's essentially a trade. So just move. And then where's my knight gonna go? It's got to move. Maybe I just like can start moving too fast, and you take it anyways. So yeah, at this point the game was over. So really well played. I mean, I'd say your biggest mistake was this b4 pawn push. Like this knight, I think, was scaring you, because you knew you had weaknesses on the light squares. And notice how your light square bishop is off the board, so you have nothing to protect. So you brought the knight here, and then in doing, it wants me to hop in here. I disagree. And yeah, just after that I was up 3 just by that one move alone. So alright, those were some good Friday afternoon games, guys. I don't know next time we can orchestrate a commentary game. I don't know how to do it though, but I've been on stream for over an hour, so I'm gonna call it. All right, everyone, enjoy your weekend. It's been fun. I'll get maybe I'll play one time this weekend against try to get up to 1800. All right, cheers.